Hi guys, I'm Daddy Freeze, convener of the Free the Sheeple movement and leader of the Free Nation in Christ. I greet you and I bring glad tidings. How are you doing? Baby Freeze, give me that my green rag.
Where?
From there, from the side of that my. Come first. Come. Okay, just bring it like that and drop it. So, how are you doing? Um, First of all, someone said, Daddy Freeze, I saw you on a Netflix documentary. Everybody has been saying that. Now, thank you for all your compliments. Thank you for your love. And I want to spell out some of the rules of engagement on my page. So it will not look like Daddy Freeze, you are wicked. Daddy Freeze, what you did to me is not fair. Blah, 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 blah. Now, rude comments get blocked. Okay? If you're rude, you're going to get blocked. If you like a rude comment, you don't comment to, but somebody says something rude and you go and like it, you are going to get blocked. My problem is people come and meet me, Daddy Freeze, I don't know what I did. I didn't do anything. You probably liked a comment that was insulting to me. I take criticism. I do not help other parents raise their children. If your parents did not teach you how to pass a message across respectfully, it is not my duty. Do you understand? When you are taking care of your parents in old age, you will not take care of me as well. So I will not do the job of your parents. Okay? So you need to understand that I will block you if you like a rude comment. Just by liking, that's all. You like a rude comment, somebody says something, oh, this Daddy Freeze, you no get sense, and you like it, you are gone, or you are gone. Don't scatter my bed. You are gone. Now, another set of people who will not insult you, will not like bad comments, but every day they forward you 7 a.m. fire prayers. Please pray for your parents, pray for your children, pray for yourself. I'm not interested in another man's business. Please, I have my own business that I'm running. I'm not interested. I give you first warning, I give you second warning, third warning, now block. And sometimes, depending on my mood, I fit give you better way. Say you send me nonsense for early morning. Say you want make I join you, come pray. Please pray for yourself and pray for your family members. Another easy way to get raptured, to experience rapture on my page is you keep sending me skits. You are doing skits. I don't know you before. Me and you don't get any conversation. You can't say, I open my page. People will want to do business. I know if you see them. People will get problem. People will want to contribute towards my show. Sometimes when I say contribute, you always think of money. Like today, I had to sieve through hundreds to hundreds of comments just to get to her Daddy Freeze. I have a spiritual husband experience. Before I could get there, you are sending me skits that you are doing. You way you know say you don't get talent. Your mama no fit tell you say you don't get talent because they say this thing no fine, but your mama like him. Come. Me, I go tell you say you don't get talent too. Especially when you disturb me. Which one be my own? Now me be your papa, now me be your mama. Why they send me your skit? One day go blow. When you blow, send me the skit. I go watch them, I go laugh. Because when you blow finish, you don't go even follow me. You they look for who to jump and pass. Please, sending me skit, now confirm blocking. First skit warning, second skit warning. I just blocked 3 people this night on top nonsense skit. No, they send me skit. I no one watch. I no one watch. I know they watch skit normally. Come be your own. You know we no get talent. Then finally, the one way this one Ogun self strike you if I block you finish. Under my Facebook posts, every post there is a default comment from my team that says support Daddy Freeze by buying stars. If you go there, go talk nonsense, say, these stars too na tight. Daddy Freeze, I thought you are doing it for free. All those ones na straight blocking. Did I ever tell you that if you don't buy me star, God will not bless you? Did I ever tell you that if you buy me star, you are going to make heaven? If you want to support, support. If you don't want support, no support. You use your mouth, take spoil, waiting Facebook create so that we will fit the chop from our channels. During gospel preachings, don't send me stars. I don't, even though Christ ministry was supported, Luke chapter 8, verse 1 to 3, not support my own if you don't want. But those people will want some, because this night, that's why I wake up. I suppose they sleep now. I wake up, they do this live. One person won't come there, go drop star. You won't come discourage them. Now, so they go, they discourage everything will want happen to you. Your destiny will get discouragement. Unfortunate, now you will be. Because I don't look for your trouble one day. So if I see you there going to comment, that the freeze, this star, before I block you, Ekpe will first hold you. So sure you don't understand all the methods where you go take collect block. Comment rudely, block. Like the rude comment of a dingbat, block. Send me skit where I no send you, block. Send me 7 a.m. fire prayer where I no need, where not they walk, where I don't know the usefulness, where you want wake up 7 a.m. they help another man sell in market, block. Finally, comment nonsense under where they give me star for Facebook. That one block. Any waiting they make you laugh. Are you not supposed to be in bed? This holiday where you did now. Any attempt to come back, you go pay 50,000 naira for reconnection. One name, and I feel still give you a pay on top of your 50k because you dey make me the vex. So Shay, I don't pass my message across. Everybody don't hear now. If you're on Facebook, remember to buy star. The star is not going to guarantee you heaven, and lack of star is not going to mean hellfire. Just buy if you want support. If you don't want support, not buy. Keep quiet. Comment normal comment. I no go fight you. I no go block you. You have the right to comment. You have the right to criticize. Criticize with respect. Even if you don't respect my age, respect my office. And if you don't respect my age and my office, respect say I feel give your, you know say me, if you attack me, stray bullet they meet your papa for house. If they meet your mama for where she dey on top palm tree, where she dey help look for palm nuts, where una go take make banga, where una go take chop. Stray bullet go meet your papa for village when they run around they chase lizard, where una go roast take do protein. All your uncles and aunties for their witchcraft meetings. All the witches and wizards in your family, stray bullet go meet all of them. You know say me, my own no good. That's why they want people down. Not look for my trouble and not go look for your own. As a day like this, you don't ever see me go look for person trouble. But when you cross carpet, enter inside my compound, just know say catapult a day, bazooka a day, everything day, and your bulletproof no fit cover you, because if he hits you, anywhere he hits na dents. If I use better word knock you, that place where you hit, you go they use there drink water. I don't beg una. I don't want una. Make we go to our topic today. Make everything just day smooth to please. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Ogbanje series. We are talking about Ogbanjes. Local and international Ogbanje. Uncle, lie down and start to sleep. I will drive you. I will block you inside this room. You think you are the only one that cannot be blocked. So, let's go to our topic. First of all, I said I was going to talk to Mysticness. She was supposed to be here, but we no go see am now. She will come dey talk say she miss. This one she not miss anything. No, you go dey here. Miss, how you take spell her mistakeness sef? I mean, I want Z. Yes. Deborah, where are you? All right. So yesterday we had an amazing show. We talked about Uncle, don't scatter my bed. We talked about spiritual husbands and wives. And quite a lot of people shared their experiences. Now, my problem with they be say, everybody they share their experiences. My brother, you are scattering this bed even more than when you did not scatter it and scattered it, and then you are trying now to scatter. You try to make the bed, come they scatter the bed, and I they hate make bed they scattered. Brother, can you lie down comfortably? Lie down. Good. I don't want to hear pim. So, yesterday, quite a lot of people shared their experience, but everybody was sharing their experience on my DM. Now, DM, this is a program where people can learn. Come and share. Tell us how this thing is doing you. Please. Okay, Mysticness don't dare. Mysticness, let me invite you. Come and tell us about any Ogbanje situation where you get. Some people were sharing their experiences yesterday. I'm trying to get to the bottom of this Ogbanje matter. Growing up, I had a cousin. Two people don't join now. Hello? Ogbanje? Hello? Witches and wizards? Hello? How you go put brown door for your house? Which kind of tiles be this? This your house be like mosque. Now mosque, I know say they use this kind of tiles. Now what for people who what people they tile thing, they put kind decoration for house. Hey, spirit husband and wife. Hey, Mysticness, how are you doing?
I'm good. I almost went to sleep because I
You
thought
can't
said
go to
7.
sleep, or you can't go to sleep. I have to first address them for annoying me and then bring you on. So, tell me, have you ever had any spiritual husband experience? I hear beautiful women, most beautiful women have one form of spiritual husband or the other.
I don't know. Like I used to hear that if you had sex in your dream, that means you have a spiritual husband. I'm like, no, I don't think so. Because if I had a husband, I would know. I would see his face. I would know who the person is that I'm having sex with. Obviously, it happens to a lot of us that we wake up. We might not see an actual person, but we wake up either wet or some kind of feeling. There's always something. So we've had those experiences, but I don't think there's anything spiritual. Or maybe I was watching a movie and or I was watching a music video before I went to bed and I saw Chris Brown. And when I was sleeping, I was thinking of Chris Brown. I woke up and, things can happen when you're
I understand. And like I said earlier on, there's a thin line between spirituality and reality. Nigerians have an uncanny way of spiritualizing normal biology. When we were in secondary school in GSS 3, I don't know if you did secondary school here in Nigeria.
No, I did not.
But I'm sure wherever you did it, you had integrated science or some sort of science where they taught you about how puberty,
Yeah.
the onset of puberty, and
Yeah.
how it affects um, the male and the female bodies, and how they start to sweat more, and acne comes on, and the voice in a man crokens, and the hips of a
Changes, yeah.
woman expands. While all these are going on, there are also changes in their reproductive organs and cycles. And before you know it, somewhere in the middle of every month, if the woman is normal, her body by nature is preparing her to be mated with. While the man, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, the man is ready to mate. So when that woman biologically wants to mate, or is, even whether she doesn't, she wants or not, her body is telling her go and mate, go and mate, go and mate. So sometimes your body is going to give you some of those dreams just so that you can go out there and mate, because your biology requires you to have your eggs fertilized once a month. If not, it comes out as your monthly flow.
Right.
So at that time of the month, somewhere right there in the middle of your ovulation, your body wants a man. That is why intimacy
Yep.
is sweeter when the woman is ovulating. So when you are in the middle of ovulation, you, auntie, where conji don't beat you, where everywhere cobwebs, you understand? You will come get dream of your biology. Automatically now, na spiritual husband and spiritual wife. Now, sometimes some women tend to please themselves by themselves, or get pleased in their dreams, and the pleasure they get in their dreams or from their own stimulations can not be beaten by what their men do, because instead of them to look for men that are good, they'll be looking for men that are rich. Shame me where I want dash you 1 million naira. Now I want to mount you for 1 hour. You don't ever hear where Mike Adenuga dey on top babe for 30 minutes. Wetin they find? Where
So
they
it's
go?
funny.
At the end of the day, you want him to buy you that Birkin bag of 12 million naira. So he'll probably sit down like this, and you dance here, dance here, dance here, dance here. When he's done, he say, "Bring my checkbook," and he'll give you 15 million. Oh yeah, be going. You understand? That bus conductor will he give you that 2 hours where you need. If he say hello, you go say they mad. Who they greet? Who they talk hello to? So the problem is, the one that can satisfy most girls intimately does not correspond to the one that can satisfy their bank account intimately. And then the lady also wants to get married. So she wants to marry someone from a good home with a good name. So home, marriage, good name here. Money here. The one that can give you the 2 hours you need here. And then you settle either for here or here or here and here. That young boy we go give you is too dirty. But you know plumber where they carry toilet for head, where they climb roof go men tank, that one get energy for body. Small paraga like this he drink, small Red Bull tie buy. If he handle you like this, you go to get waist pain for 1 week. So the ones you are following are not capable, but they are giving you the money. So your pleasure can only meet you inside dream. It is only when you sleep and dream that you are pleased. It's nobody's fault. Nothing spiritual is happening to you. You chose money over good energy. That's why you see that same plumber we manage and go abroad, and one old woman go hold and win her entire estate to Ram. Because he handled the old woman twice. Nobody handled like that since they born him. The woman say, you know what? Everything meant for my children, I give to you. I give you all my property, I give you my soul, my life. Just they do me like this till I die, then take everything, they go. Amen. So a lot of the times, what you people believe to be spiritual husband, being intimate with you at night, is actually nothing more than your biology. Or your choices you have chosen, or maybe you, when you were younger, you meet one guy wey sabi do, you do. That's why they say wait till marriage, or wait till at least quarter to marriage. You will do. Then you go and marry somebody that can do win.
Yeah.
Then the rest you go dey chop am for dream.
For a dream.
Then the final one is, some of you are sick. Nobody won't tell you. Your pastor no fit tell you. That thing wey dey worry you, no be spiritual husband. Na delusions and hallucinations. Some of you need mental health checkups. Some of you need to be on one little medicine that you be taking once a day. Some you be taking the medicine twice a day, or once a week, or once a month, depending on how they prescribe and give you for your own peculiar condition. They no go tell you truth. Then there is that 1% that genuinely have spiritual encounters with incubus and succubuses. Those are the ones I'm looking for this night. So as fine as you are like this, mistakeness, you never get there.
I know. They know they look for me.
They know they look for you. All right, I have Samaria Bob. She's going to join us. She's going to join us now.
Let's hear some stories.
Samaria. Oh yeah.
Let it freeze.
How far?
And then, I don't know true, but I just finish.
You get spiritual husband. Any day I call you for the first time I called you in my life and you were not in the bathroom was yesterday. When I call Samaria Bob, one thing they tell me for mine, say just prepare. You feel see anything where you no want see. Just prepare your mind.
Oh Lord, that thing when they say that spiritual husband, that thing that can you the worry everybody that.
Hey.
Are you right? For example, that's just like you rightly described it. All those words is pure biology, pure science. And in my case, I would use myself as an example. Sometimes when I sleep with a full bladder, like when I'm pressed and I'm sleeping, I don't know about, some other people, but if you ask me, I can tell you that having a full bladder can lead to some sensations. So when I'm sleeping and I'm pressed, it can make me, feel tangled,
Moist.
Flex in the dream, and then it seemed like you are doing something, So like she rightly said, it could be a thought process, like he rightly said, biology. But overall of it is mindset. Which kind of spiritual witness? Spiritual getting. There's no spiritual. You have to go and do something and do it well. Do it with the right person.
Hey.
I'm gonna crush for person, including the ones when they use my picture, they do their thing for that. All that they use. When I do and finish, when I present as nothing like spiritual, the way they are, I need to stop it for head.
Because nothing I never hear. Yesterday one guy was around. You didn't watch yesterday?
I did, but to an extent. I joined late.
When one guy call, when he talk say, in babe get spiritual husband. I tell her, say, sure you know say the spiritual husband go they arrange your babe, sha. He said, no, that if you are making me jealous. I say, look at this guy.
When I was
jealous of the spiritual husband.
My very first boyfriend had accused me. He even, let me not go there. Let me not bring his mom in the picture, but he even went to an extent telling me how they dreamt, how their pastor told him about me. I have this and have that. I'm like, hell no, I don't believe in all those things. They made me want to believe it, and they tried to impose it on me to believe things like that exist. You know, but these wet dreams are normal science. You know, it happens. I've had it in my dream, and one another one is sweet. All those pictures.
Oh God.
Those things they do that. They sabi do. Hey, and they best me for that thing. You say the thing not gonna let you come. The thing will hang you like this.
That's when you wake up.
Yesterday I do myself. I started doing yesterday. Now yesterday I do.
From this Samaria, only you get like 5 spiritual husbands. In fact, you're about to divorce your spiritual husband and enter new marriage contract with a fresh spiritual husband.
For real, that thing that we do. For real.
God.
They are on the sweet rich medulla, but they're not gonna let you come there. Now you are not gonna like. For some, they will leave me make a reach there. I'm gonna say I do. I'm enjoying it. And then they hang me. I don't like that kind of hanging. They said me do fast.
Hey. So please, people, share your spiritual husband experience.
There's nothing bad luck, nothing like that. Don't hustle, I beg. Which kind of bad luck?
Don't mind them. Don't mind them.
Let you believe they happen.
My grandma, when I did young, my grandma they tell me say, if I chop for sleep, say na bad luck. I say, grandma, say nothing concern me. Say me where I go still sleep this night, chop this night. Say me I dey chop for. Say any night where I no chop for sleep, I never sleep the sleep complete. Now so one night I sleep as small pikin, I can't wake up, they cry. My grandmother say, wait happen. I say I dey chop for sleep, person carry my food run. Now they pursue since you can't wake me.
Let me tell you what happened when I was growing up. There was a time I was sick. I was really sick. So I came out on our estate, and one woman that was passing by stopped by and told me that somebody gave me something I ate in my dream, and that's why I was sick. And to be honest, I ate a food somebody brought me in that dream, and I took it the next day. I didn't really know what was wrong with me, but the lady said that to me. But initially, it sounded funny in my house because when I returned from school, because they brought me back from school, my dad, got to know that this is what happened, that I said I ate in my dream. I thought I was like, food. It's not this one he eats in his dream every day.
Now, let me break it down to you. Yeah. Sometimes you need to understand how your mind works. Your mind is I tried to explain this yesterday. Your mind is a dash cam. You know what a dash cam is? Those cameras that record in the car, so they're good, they can catch accidents and all sorts of stuff. Your mind is a dash cam that records perpetually. Now, your mind also tries to coordinate your body and give you explanations for different things. If you have a tummy ache, your mind is trying to tell you, if you developed a tummy ache while you were asleep, your mind will try to tell you that, look, your tummy, there's something wrong with your tummy. So your mind can give you a picture of you eating in your sleep, and that is what led to your tummy pain.
I believe you 100%.
So yes, fine, I know with witchcraft, some people can eat inside dream, but when I dey chop inside dream, nothing like witchcraft.
It's because let me move a bit away from what we're talking about. The reason is, our monthly thing.
Yes.
I always see in my dream, and once I wake up, I'll see that in reality is happening. I mean, when I'm asleep, I will see it in the dream, and then when I wake up, so like you said, physical control the spiritual. You see that, the aches are, the cramps are happening while you're asleep, and then somehow reflecting in your dream, depending on what your whole mind is doing at that moment, that relaxation. So it channels it there. So, I mean, that's how those things work. But I mean, I know there are people that evil spirit disturbs. I think I would say those people are possessed, and not necessarily, it could be a spiritual man or spiritual woman. So now, if their problem at conji stage, they worry them. I mean, if it's the most immediate need at that time, that kind of spirit, they go only for conji style, only conji level. Only that side, that they carry them, they go. If not, who level there? The spirit gonna go who level, who side? If not husband, they fine. The spirit will carry they go husband side. So whatever it is that is your immediate need, now the spirit will carry they go there. So for those of them who say that they collect them for dream, like me, if you be like me, maybe say you don't take my own don't rust say. I might conjure me for dream, but that one I dey sleep fast.
All right, we've got a gentleman here. We've got a gentleman
He
here.
wake me up last night, but maybe because I try it again. I beg. When I make a finish that shit next time. If they sleep, I beg.
We have somebody here. Bros, how far?
Yeah.
We get one bros here.
You gonna squeeze yourself as you dey sleep. They squeeze yourself for bed. They squeeze like this. Like say you won't get the thing. Ha, nah, forget that thing they sleep, man, don't lie.
All right, bros. We dey wait. Share your experience.
Yeah, Daddy Freeze. I greet you all.
We greet you too.
I hope you can hear me well.
Very clearly. We just can't see you. The light, they blind us.
The lighting is bright, I think, yeah.
So go ahead, share your experience.
Well, I've had some experiences. I will first of all say that we as humans, we are spirit, soul, and body. So spirit, soul, and body, yeah. So we must understand all those three parts of humanity. And also, he that, like the Bible says, he that is born of the spirit is of the spirit. You know, when one is born again, you're born of the spirit. So he that is born of the flesh is of the flesh. So the flesh has its own lusts. The spirit has what you feed it to grow, and the soul too has what you feed it to grow. So I'm going to start with this true life story. I hope my ex is not watching right now, though, because it was a practical experience.
You want to cast your ex?
She actually told me a story. She said her parents, when they were looking for children, they couldn't get any children. So they approached, these Olokun worshippers, people that worship this river god. They tied this white and white. And then they took, the mom and the dad went to meet the Olokun priests. And they did some sacrifices and all that. And after some months, the mother conceived and gave birth to twins. They are twins. And then they brought them back to the river god to do some dedication, and they were told that every year you come and do some sacrifices. So after some years, they stopped going to do those sacrifices. And then that spirit started fighting them back. And before they knew it, the dad died. And I think I saw her mom too, because I met her mom. Then a year or two later, the mom too had the same sickness that killed the dad, killed the mom. And the first day she visited me, I have this, I would say I have this spiritual gift that if any lady comes who has any spiritual issues that comes around me, I'm going to see it in the dream. It's not as if whether I thought about it or not. So when she came, the first time she came to my place, stayed over, I had a strange dream. I saw her lying down on the bed, and I saw 10 men. They surrounded her. And they took, in fact, I was watching them, they surrounded her. As I wanted to stand up, all of them brought out their knives, their short knives, all of them at the same time. And then the leader of the gang looked at me and told me if I try to help her, they're going to kill her. That was what he told me. And I'm somebody that don't back down from any of these things. Whether you claim to be spiritual or not, we'll fight it out. So I was stubborn. I said, I'm going to fight this thing out. I'm not going to leave this lady because of this thing. And before meeting me, this lady have met several men before me, and all they do is chase her away. They'll use her and dump her. That's what they do. So it got to my time, so I started fighting this battle. Before I knew it, they started attacking my health. They attacked my business too. My business started going down. I was like, what's happening? And I escaped accidents several times. These were accidents that, as in life, that could have killed me, but God just saved me from that accident. And they would appear to me several times and warn me and try to fight me. That was when I really believed that, man, this is actually true. It happens. It's not every case that is spirit husband or spirit spouse. So it's not just time to be females alone. Both males to have theirs. Why when you talk about having issues of sex in the dream, it is not issue. It's not the issue of spirit husband. Like
Don't use the S word.
say.
Just say when you are intimate in your dream. Please, guys, because of Instagram algorithm.
It doesn't mean it's spirit spouse. It doesn't. It doesn't. But people just, these people who are maybe too spiritual, they'll tell you that you have sex in the dream. No, but it comes to play. Yeah.
Excuse me, I did not finish the story. What happened with the 10?
Okay. Yeah, that's what I said. That when after this period, I started facing this was a tug of war. Like I said, they attacked my business, attacked my health, and they wanted to even eliminate me. I escaped from terrible accidents. I'm telling you. It's a terrible accident. I would have claimed my life because I was stubborn. I said I'm going to help her out in this case because I took her for prayers and all that. They will cause misunderstanding between us. We will start quarreling for no reason. Just quarrel and just so that we could fight. But at the end of the day, it didn't work out between us.
Being a spiritual husband, which one?
I want to know your husband again. There are 10 men. Your story. 10.
No, definitely when it comes to issues like this, they wouldn't even just appear to you like always often like this is how they are going to be appearing to you. It may be just one single person coming. Maybe God just opened my eye to see what was happening. Basically.
I believe you. I believe you as well. Sorry, let me share this little story. Growing up,
very quick before you start your own, let me just finish with this stuff. Okay. So after the 10 men, everything happened. Yeah. So you wanted to be the Jesus in our life, but you took my ran away. So after you ran away, now, your business pick up, your life go back to normal.
In fact, I didn't run. I proposed to her. I was the first man that ever proposed to her in her life.
Bros, you get mine though.
Yeah.
You proposed to Ogbanje.
We couldn't agree together, and there was this misunderstanding. She was the constant nagging over nothing, was accepting.
Okay, but if your business pick up after you guys ended,
yeah, of course.
Everything was better.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. I think at that moment, I mean, when you're not at peace with somebody, your partner, everything seems to crumble because there's always misunderstanding, not reasoning very well, distracted and stuff like that.
Right.
But sorry, I believe your story in the sense that there was this girl, my sister's neighbor in the past. Her house help, similar to what you just shared. Funny enough, is a little girl. Is a girl, a little girl. Hers is that she was taken to her chief priest, and they made her believe that she was going to marry the chief priest when she grows. So the girl left the village to the city, and then they kept disturbing her in her dream. Not just in her dream. Sometimes she'll pass out. She'll see these men putting her to the shrine and things like that. So I know things like that happen. Parents sometimes, because they are desperate and they want to end up taking their children and giving the life where they shouldn't be. Mm-hmm. But is that a spiritual husband?
That's a spiritual
it's a spiritual spouse. These spiritual spouses, the way they operate, some are damn very wicked. Some will not. Some will allow you get married, but even before you get married, it's going to be a tug of war. And after getting married, they may not allow you to have child. You may be looking for a child for donkey years.
Can I
You
ask
won't
you,
get that child.
these people
Yeah.
in the medical world? I'm sorry, I'm on the medical side, so
Yeah.
I don't. Most don't really believe in all the spiritualism thing.
I know that, of course.
In psychology, I mean, these people you see that, gain gratification, they like to sniff, on these stuffs like that. That's the way they gain their satisfaction. And some of them go as far as, what I'm saying, before they can get those gratifications. Are you still going to tag that as, are you going to tag that as a mental illness or spiritual problem?
Yeah, like you said before, there's spirit spouse issue, there are spiritual problem issues. Like, when it comes to spiritual problems, there are some people that have this.
But I think
We always talk about generational curse, generational. Like for my dad before he was a stargazer. He was a stargazer, and then his dad too was a stargazer. That's my grandfather. So, and it got to a point when my dad got born again. Actually, they wanted him back to still become that stargazer, but he actually refused and ran away.
I don't know, stargazer.
People that read palm, they also can read your palm, look at your palm, and they will the future, everything about you. I just call them that, and I just call them that.
You people will not kill somebody on this live.
And tell you your future, tell you everything about you. They can tell you everything. There was, okay, let me share a personal experience with you now. My dad, first, my dad married. My dad actually married a witch. And when he married her, I'm telling
only you, your girlfriend, your papa stargazer, your grandfather stargazer, your papa still marry winch. Bros, lightning they strike you steady.
Your family need deliverance.
My dad married, and it's not joke.
Really. Oh yeah, tell us.
It actually affected me too. This is a true life story.
This is a generational.
After he married, when he married that witch, things turned bad. He worked in Costain, West Africa, here in Lagos. We were in Maiduguri before we moved to Lagos, transferred to Lagos. He worked in Costain for 27 years. And before he got his job in Costain, he didn't have any job. In fact, when he married that woman, everything just went down. And he had tuberculosis, battled that for many years. Until one day he had to go to church. When you start having issues, troubles, you look for solution. And he went to this white garment church. And then that was where they told him, your wife is a witch. And that was how he chased that woman away. That woman had 3 children. She killed 2 of them and remained only 1 guy. And that guy's life, that guy's life became miserable. That guy is the first son, but he became miserable. Do you know that after my dad divorced her and married my mom, this woman started fighting me and my mom and my siblings. Spiritual war now. Very old woman now, she's in the village. I said, if I know this woman, if I go to the village, I'll go and beat her up myself. But it's more than a physical fight, and
connect. You see, your father and grandfather and your father's father are stargazers. So as the father, they read palm. Reading white palm before he married me.
Alora.
No, my grandfather, like I said, was a stargazer. Before my dad, before he was introduced into that, he had already married this woman. Before he was introduced.
After he married, that he became the stargazer.
I thought those things are usually nature. I thought they were usually kind of inborn, like a gift from birth. Are they usually inherited? I mean, something you transfer or I thought it's something like you born with.
Some are gifted and some actually have to go through the learning of it. They have to learn it. Yes, some are naturally gifted, while some have to learn it. So each time. Now, Take note. There were issues happening. I was having series of attacks, and now imagine, look at it this way. When I went for, not only me, in fact, when we went for series of prayers in different places, just like you go to Kanu, you go to Lagos and Kwara, and they are telling you the same thing. They said your dad's first wife is so. And these are people who don't know themselves at all. Isn't that telling you something? And apart from that, it's something I see myself, and I know how the battle has been. If I tell you what I went through, even to some things I'm suffering now because of that. Some
Sorry, I don't
issues
think
I'm having
wives.
because of that.
I don't see wives because this your story is long. This is a family problem. You need to
So I'm just trying to share that so you could have an idea of.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's bring one more person. Let's bring somebody else. God bless you. That was it.
One question real quick.
Okay.
Him out.
Yes. I want to.
Can I ask him a question real quick? It may seem a little personal. Mind me asking.
Right.
Okay, you shared the first story. You talked about you don't know if your ex is listening, and a lot of people know you, and I think most people also know the person you may have dated or the person you may have shared the story with. You may have shared the story with a couple of friends in the past. So how do you think that girl would feel if she hear you or watch this?
Well, first of all, I don't think she'll feel that bad because she knows it's a true story. She was the one that shared it with me. It's not as if she didn't tell me and all that. She told me herself, and it's something she knows is real. So it's not as if I fabricated it yet. So she definitely won't be offended. Although I know she's sleeping right now. Though she's not in Lagos, and she's sleeping right now. She sleeps early. Apart from that, I don't think she'll get upset.
Please, where are you from? Which village?
I'm from Ondo State.
So we know where to avoid. Thank you, sir.
I stay in Lagos. It's not about where I come from or where you.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. All right, God bless you. So we don't take all night or all morning. Ibis Love Haven, they say you cannot join. What's wrong, go?
Or maybe it expired, or she was unable.
Okay, I've sent her another one.
Add her.
No, don't worry. I have space for one person.
Hi, Daddy Freeze.
Bukola Baoni.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Come and share your spiritual husband experience. Samaria Ugbo.
Samaria, exactly. Good evening, everyone.
Hi.
Good evening.
So, Daddy Freeze, I want to go back to the topic now. Ogbanje, whatever. After the session yesterday, two people chatted me up, because they needed help and they thought I could help because of what I do. So after interviewing the first guy, he narrated the story. At the end of the day, it's not spirit husband, it's not spirit wife, it's konji, right? But the other lady, she needed help. She would, sleep, do nakna, wake up, and she would see all sort of on her body. Do you understand what I'm saying? She's not touching herself. Even when you touch yourself, you're not going to see anything on your body because you are not the one, bringing it out. It's a man that is bringing it out. In your illustration, you mentioned that 1%. Either we want to take this or we don't want to take this. It's real. It is real. We might not embrace that. And I want to say in Samaria, there is a spirituality in psychology. Field, he believes so much in spirituality. There is spirituality in psychology. There is a program I was watching in the US so many years ago. I went there for maternity leave to deliver. And what they do is they call spirits. That's all they do. They are not Nigerians. Daddy Freeze, you can Google it and look for it. They are not Nigerians, so I probably would have said, oh, okay, maybe they fabricated some lies. It is very real. And what they do is they just help people. If someone dies, they go there, they call the spirit.
Oh, it's called a seance.
Sorry?
It's called a seance.
The
Continue.
seance.
Yes.
They go there, they call out the spirit, they talk to the spirit, and they want to know what is going on, what killed them, they want to know the circumstances. Some people are even disturbed. Thank you. There is spirituality in psychology. Some of them are even disturbed at night because of all the spirits moving around. They are not Nigerians. They are Americans. I know. They are Americans. And there was one that happened. She gets disturbed all the time at night. The lady, she came in. I stopped watching this show because it was disturbing my sleep at the time. You know, when you're now dreaming about what is happening and you've watched all day. So she came in to rescue someone. I think she got that other lady, she got a new house and she couldn't even have a perfect rest in her house. And when they came, you know, she was having sexual intercourse in the dream all the time. So they came. Yes. They came. They were right there. And they know how to, they know what they do to call the spirit. And they were there. Daddy Freeze, are you checking it? You can check it.
No. I know all these things. I know all these things.
You know all these things. Yes.
Yes.
They came. She was sitting right there in the living room, and you know somebody came. The ghost came again to torment this lady. So there is that 1%. There is that 1% that is spiritual husband. It is real. You know, I was on the show yesterday, and I wrote it there. I said, okay, that other lady, she narrated her story. She wasn't even lying. You could listen to her story. She couldn't even bring out her face because there is a lot, you know. She's suffering a lot.
Now, hold on a second. Yeah. Hold on a second, yeah. The fact that it exists doesn't mean your own or that lady's own is genuine. You see, you need to understand that when all you feed your mind is spirituality, the moment your situation has no logical explanation to you, you will start to go down the spiritual route. I believe in spirituality, but I believe in putting spirituality last, not first. You are not making money. What are you doing wrong in your business? If you see that you are doing everything right and then you are not making money, then you can now start going spiritual. The average Nigerian would go spiritual first because it's the way you've been wired. Now, I watched, growing up, there used to be this show I used to watch on DSTV. It's called Creepy. Now, on Creepy, they used to show ghosts. America till today, if you want to sleep in a room with a ghost, there are haunted hotels in America. Just Google it. Haunted hotels. There are people whose job it is to chase ghosts. I've forgotten there was a show I used to watch. Those people used to literally, if you have ghost problem in your house, they'll come and help you drive away the spirits.
Ghostbusters?
Sorry?
I was addicted to this thing. I stopped watching.
Not Ghostbusters is more of a movie. This was a real, and there was one girl that I watched. One girl that used to come and help people chase ghosts. If you see the girl wear tight jeans, dressed like normal babe. She just came to the house. They just called her. She said yes, that there's a ghost in this house, and this is what they're going to do. They're going to do this, that. And the girl drove the ghost away. One thing you also need to understand is, in Nigeria, we want to create activity. Some people have the gift of being able to see these things. Some people have the gift of understanding how these phenomena work. But if I come to your house and I spend 5 minutes and I drive away a ghost, how does that profit me? Let me tell you, there's something called my business philosophy. It's a business philosophy I discovered. It's called the poo-poo, not the poo-poo, but the other word for it, philosophy. You are not a businessman until you can sell poo-poo. You are not a good businessman until they tell you thank you for this poo-poo. And you're not going to be successful until they come back and buy more poo-poo. Every global business model that is successful is built on that. Apple will sell you this same phone. they made the camera bigger and they will sell it to you the next year as a fresh phone, and you will buy it and you will say thank you to it. And when you buy it, you realize that there are Infinix phones that are better. Same thing with Samsung, same thing with Mercedes Benz. Imagine buying a Mercedes Benz and you don't have to buy another one for the rest of your life. How are they going to be successful? The success model of a business requires you coming back year after year, month after month, week after week to patronize them. So the average Nigerian knows that it is actually going to take 30 minutes of him walking into your house to drive away this ghost. But guess what? The average Nigerian man has the Apple mentality. He wants to sell you an iPhone 14 the next year after he sold you iPhone 13. So he puts you on a plan and makes it look like you have to attend his church weekly. What does that guarantee? A steady stream of income. He makes it look like because he has done this for you, you don't want this thing to come back, so pay your tithe. Another steady monthly income. Then, because you are attending his church, you are also going to help him advertise his business. So, just because of you and one thing that he has a gift for, he has created a clean line of business. That is why we don't know the genuine ones from the fake ones in Nigeria.
That's
So,
true. When that guy started yesterday, like I said, I chatted with two persons. They probably saw me on the show. The first person, if he's here, is probably listening to me right now. It started with, I attend RCCG. The truth is, when it comes to things like this, I don't push spirituality forward first. Although, in my line of study, there is spirituality. There is spirituality psychology. I don't push it forward. He started with, I attend RCCG. That's not my concern. By the time I started interviewing him, then we got to discover that, okay, he's attracted to older women. Then we got to discover that he's addicted to PORN. Then we discovered that, so his own is not spiritual. I just told him, your own is not spiritual. It's not spiritual husband, though.
It's not spiritual anything.
It's not spiritual husband. It's spiritual self. You are dealing with yourself. It's not spiritual. But your other lady, honestly, you get what I'm trying to say. You wake up, you see yourself, you see all manner of, on your body.
All manner of scratches or what?
No, all manner of, I don't want to say it.
Let me tell you something. Have you taken that thing that you see on your body? Have you taken it to a lab?
Well, I didn't ask her that.
Ask her that. Let me tell you a story. There used to be this man who believed his house was haunted. He will go to bed, wake up and his whole house is scattered, his body will be full of marks. He brought it to me. It was on this show, I think 3 years ago. I said, brother, he was convinced it was spiritual. I said, brother, get a CCTV camera. Put it in every room in your house and let it record all night. Watch and come and tell me. Do you know this guy will go and sleep? In the middle of the night, he wake up by himself, unconscious, scatter his whole house, in the process, get himself scratched and come back to sleep. It's called sleepwalking, psychological.
It is psychological.
Now, when she sees all manners of things on her body, we are in 2022. Let them go and test that thing. If it is a man's secretion, a lab attendant that started learning work 2 days ago will be able to tell you. For all you know, it is your secretions. Before I go into anything spiritual, put CCTV camera. Get those secretions tested. You understand? There is no way they will look. You are a scientist, Samaria. If you look at a man's fluid under the microscope, you can tell. Can't you tell? Let me tell you, a female egg is actually visible to the naked eye. It's like a dot, a full stop. If you know what to look for, you'll be able to see it. It's like a full stop. It's big enough for your eye to see. So when somebody wakes up and says she sees all manners of things on her body, it tends to sound convincing. But until you've done all the biological, all the physical tests, you cannot categorically say that, oh, this is spiritual. It is when you've explored all the possibilities and then truly she's alone in a room and then she sees a man's, what is it on her body.
Well, if she's here, she might be listening. I could tell her to go do that.
Next time,
there is that 1% that feels.
Of course.
Is real. There is that 1%.
Hold on.
Yeah.
1%, yes. But you need to understand that many people are deceived by religion and all the stories around us to believe that they are part of that 1%. It's very hard for you to be part of that 1%. Your mind sometimes deceives you. And that's what I said. You'll be amazed. Let this woman go and do those tests. You'll see that it will not be anything. Unless, you see, if you stay alone in a room, and do you realize that sometimes, especially for people that live alone, do you know that there are people who pass inside your ceiling? You know they watch all these movies. Crazy people, they stay people out. They're going to live inside your attic, you don't know. The guy will come down for night, do one for your body, go back inside ceiling. There was a movie I watched even recently.
There is the woman in the mirror too. They have something like that.
Where the guy was living in their house.
Yeah.
Inside their roof. They don't know.
Yeah.
And the guy was forming like he was a repairman and something like that.
Yes. The woman in the mirror, something like that.
Do you understand?
Something like that. Yes.
So while they sleep, the guy come down. He play with himself. Release for your body. Go back inside the ceiling. You think say that's spiritual? It's not. Is that spiritual? It's physical. Sometimes you have an ex-boyfriend that has a key to your apartment and he knows you are a deep sleeper.
So then go they knock back, you go they sleep.
You go they sleep. You go do what thing go do. Come on, go. Sometimes they actually drug you. They go into your fridge. They know you drink orange juice. They just spike your orange juice. You go drink the orange juice, sleep. Once you sleep like this, if he play with you for 2 hours, nothing go do you. You no go wake. And because you wake up and you see these things as real, you now would tend to believe the only logical thing that your mind can conceive, and that's the spirituality of it. So before you say it is spiritual, I'm not saying it is not spiritual, but we have to rule out every physical possibility first, and then we go to spiritual. First physical possibility, your mind is playing tricks on you. You are hallucinating. You are delusional. Problem number 1. Problem number 2, you're doing it to yourself without knowing. Problem number 3, someone is doing it to you physically. When you've been able to isolate each of these possibilities and eliminate them properly, then you can now start going spiritual. Tell the lady to install CCTV camera inside her house. Straight. Any day she wakes up and sees any fluid that is strange on her, let her take it to a lab and get it tested. If it is not a man's fluid, then it's her mind. If it is a man's fluid, there's still a possibility of physical. Is somebody breaking into her home while she sleeps? All these American houses, shey you know say una not get burglary proof. Shey you shall know.
But we have doors that speak. So if you're not a sleep deep sleeper, you should hear it when they come in.
Some people will sleep through a storm. Some people will sleep through a tsunami. I know person where arm robber go their house or rob, shoot their papa, in no wake. As they enter the room, they leave the bed. In the bed, he fall with the bed. He fall there, continue to the sleep. Everybody, you don't wake up for morning. If they see one person, another person, one of their uncles run, jump over fence, fall inside their neighbor house, break leg. In no wake. So you also need to understand that some people are very deep sleepers. So before you start looking at, oh, this must be spiritual, you say something, a man something, they come check and they say nakata.
Daddy freeze.
Explain it. You will be amazed. Let them install CCTV camera.
Hyper-ovulating at that period, yes.
She could be hyper-ovulating. She could be. It could be anything. You'll be amazed what it is. Let them test it. We're in 2022. Let them test it. They don't find cure for COVID. They don't find medicine where people they take now for COVID now. You won't come tell me say they see one mucus for your body. They don't go tell you which part of the body and which whether a male and female it come from in 2022.
Yeah, they will get it.
They will get it. So let's stop living like, let's stop this our Nigerian archaic mentality that we are taking abroad. You live in America. You are surrounded by labs and scientists and because pastor go use you chop. Oh. Before pastor use you chop, first of all, do all the groundwork. Make sure say waiting they do you. Na physical, na spiritual. Do you understand? When you are now sure, 100% convinced that this thing where they do me no be normal, then you can now start using spiritual leg. Because even abroad, all these spiritual people for Yankee, they want to shoot YouTube video.
Sure.
So they need you. Let me tell you, me too. Sometimes, person they enter, it be like my mechanic one day. The guy don't get work. Now so person bring motor come. You get. It was broke. We push the car, go up, push the car, come down. I just look the guy. I say, see the wire of the contact set those days. The wire no dey inside. Mechanic look and say, no talk anything. Do you know that they push this car for 2 hours? Meanwhile, we all know what's in the worry of the car. The mechanic no just want one. The mechanic won't make the car sleep overnight. So that thing go fit give the guy bill of one wire wey comot. So by the time the guy came the next month, say, we don't do your motor. We just push the car up, push the car down like 1 hour. The guy say, okay, more park her inside compound, go sleep. The guy never, as he enter bus, the boss they go for yonder, they start the motor they walk. But they know if they do it like that, if you give them 5, then they come back, they say, this cable spoil for this case, they have 15,000. You understand? So sometimes these people know the solution to your problem, but they know that if they give it to you too easy, you are not going to make any money. I remember one day when I first started work at Cool FM, my boss then was Chris Ubosi. So Chris Ubosi just called me. Some people came from some company, they wanted to do a jingle. You know what a jingle is? A radio advert. They say, hey, talk to them. Now the guy say, I want a jingle like this, I want like this, like this. I say, yes, give me 10 minutes. Now I go, it's me where I want to show, say, as I be the work. Now I collect the jingle, enter inside studio, come out. As I give the guy, I just notice my guy just the vex, they look me. As the guy just goes, say, instead of you to tell this man to come back at 6 o'clock in the evening, you are making your work look like a no-brainer. So that's how you can enter inside the studio and come out in 10 minutes.
Ross, you go chop blocking though. Calvin currency. You go chop blocking.
That's not nice.
Kelvin Currency say, I wish I can slap Daddy Freeze for this rubbish argument. Now so they go to slap your papa every day. Mechanic go slap am, mad person go slap am, winch go slap am, wizard go slap am. When they slap your papa finish, they go come begin they conk your mama every day. As I don't talk and so it go be. All your children go they slap, go they chop, slap and conk. As you dey like this, no usefulness will come out for your body. If they squeeze you like orange, no drop of destiny, of useful destiny if it come out for your body. As you dey like this, you don't embrace uselessness as an aroma. as you dey like this, your destiny dey drop am for ground, e no go make sound because na korofo. Oya collect your rapture since your papa and mama no get sense. I don block in whole lineage. When they conquer him mama and they slap him papa for 1 week, him body go dey okay. Back to the rest of us that have sense. Can we please explore the physical to a logical conclusion before we chase spirituality? Then a lot of people don't want to agree that they are not well. Psychologically, their minds are not okay. But if you talk, it go be like say you dey fight them. Sometimes you need to tell some people to see a psychiatrist.
At least a psychologist.
Sometimes it's even more serious than a psychologist.
I'm sorry, sister. Like you rightly said, spirituality, we believe in spirituality even in the medical world, you know.
Yeah.
So when I say spiritual, natural, psychology, all those things, doesn't mean that there's no spirituality. There is. But we over reason things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Daddy Freeze, I'm looking at comment section here.
I'm sorry, please. Thank you so much.
Bye, Samaria. I just want to quickly say something. If you have such a problem, I want people to know that psychology says you are what you see, what you eat, and what you listen to. So what you see all the time, what you listen to all the time, because I'm beginning to sound like Daddy Freeze now when I'm arguing with people in tithes and offering. Why? Because I listen to him. So that is psychology for you. You are what you eat, what you listen to, and what you read. So if you are having wet dream all the time, you might want to examine yourself properly. If you are addicted to PORN, trust me, you're going to be having this wet dream all the time because that is what psychology says. And that is why we advise people, be mindful of what you read because that's what you will become. Be mindful of what you listen to because that's what you will become. Be mindful of what you eat because that is what you will become. And that is what psychology says. And that's all I want to say.
Thank you very much. So well said. We have one guest and I'm going to just do this in 2 minutes. Oh yeah, tell us.
Daddy Freeze,
hello, ma.
Good morning.
Yes.
Thanks for having me. So
you're welcome.
I've been listening to what everybody's saying. I just want to give my own personal life experience. I know your Ogbanje, but mine is a little bit different. And spirituality is real. It's just plenty lies where people they lie on top of the thing. Come make and be say it's not real, but it is real. So I don't have any experience when it comes to personal experience when it comes to spiritual husbands. The only one I know is as I listen to stories. But growing up until I graduated from the university, I used to, it doesn't happen anymore now, but I used to see things that would happen before it gets to the end of whatever was happening. I would tell you the end point. I don't know if you're understanding me. If I'm having a conversation with somebody now, it will look like this conversation has held before, and I would know exactly.
Like a deja vu.
Yeah, kind of I know exactly. Okay, let me give you an instance of something that happened when I was in school. So I was sitting under the tree in school with my friend, and 4 people walked by. It was 3 guys and a girl. So I think the girl was one of their girlfriends, and they were seeing the girl off. I was in the hostel then. So while they were walking past us, and we weren't that close to them, but I could hear the entire conversation. Like, I felt like these 4 people that were walking past us has walked past me before. Like, the whole thing was just exactly the same. So, but then I didn't understand what it was. So anything I see, I would tell my friend. So I told my friend, like, these people where they waka like this, maybe they don't waka like this before. My friend was like, no. So I told my friend that they shouldn't go to the gate because they were heading to the gate. I said they shouldn't get to the gate because when the last time they walked like this, when they got to the gate, it was just 3 of them that ran back. So, like, say 5-6 minutes later, the 3 of everybody in this, like, around the school, the hostel and all that, started to run. And I saw 3 of them run back. They were actually 4 that walked past us before, but only 3 of them ran back. So there was more, like, I don't know if it was a shootout or something, and one of them did not come back. So, but when that happens, I just say it out, and then at some point, people started pointing fingers at me that I was possessed and I was all that kind of, so I stopped. But I'm just trying to say, like, there's something called spirituality. It happens, and I don't know if a spiritual husband. Let me tell you something else. What my mom told me when I was like 12 years old, like where we lived that time was like in a swamp. I think we don't get monagari with the drink safe. So my mom was like, she was cooking that night, and she was trying to teach me how to pound yam. So me, I don't like pound anything that has to do with pounding yam. And she was, how African moms are. She was like, oh, you need to learn how to pound this yam because you're going to marry someday, and if you don't learn how to pound, you won't be able to pound for your husband and all that kind of stuff. So I told my mom, she was telling me the story. So I told my mom that, is it a black man that I will marry now? Wasn't it a white man that I married before? And she was shocked because I think, according to her, that was the first time I said something like that. And she was like, what do you mean? Wasn't it a white man that you married before? I was like, I'm not going to marry a black. It doesn't make sense now that I'm saying it, but to me, I know what I'm saying. So it was later, as time goes on, like, I explained to my mom that I've been married before, and I was married to a white man. So that was why I made that statement. So I don't know how to explain it. But for example, let me give you like live example now. Like this live video we're doing now. If it was like before, like say 8 years ago, I would tell you who's gonna come on next, what the person is going to say, and I would be saying it like I'm discussing with you. Like, it's not like I'm trying to reveal something to you. It's just like gist. Like, hey, this person where they work out like this now. This person should be that time where you work out past it fall, and before the end of the whole thing, that person would fall or something like that. So that's just what I just want to share quickly. Now I'm married.
Yeah.
Me that told my mom when I was 12 years old that she been a white man I married before. She not a black man I will marry now, like as a 12-year-old kid. Now I'm married, and I'm married to a white man. Like, so the whole thing.
Question for you. Somebody said, please, will Peter Obi win next year?
No, I know they say anything again.
All right, guys. This conversation is very interesting. Hold on. This conversation is very interesting.
I can't hear you.
You're muted.
Okay, sorry. This conversation is very interesting, but we have to end it now. We could continue again tomorrow. Thank you all so much, Deborah, Samaria, Bukola, Ibi's Love Haven, and the last lady that just joined us to share her experience, Winnie. We'll be discussing this in earnest tomorrow. Thank you all so much. I've got to go. We've been on for quite a while. I appreciate you guys. Take care and all my love.
All right.
Good night.
Bye. Mystic.